my job as the mid guy is going to be to feed him, which I'm not doing now. So you see the mid is going out of his range. And we don't want him to train where his next punch is going to have to be chasing me. So ideally, this has to do with when you catch a punch. So if I'm standing here and he throws at me, I catch it and I move it. So for me, the important thing here is me getting into catching the punches. So I can catch them, and what I don't want to do is overextend. I don't want to get to where I'm catching the punch way out here. So you just want to barely feed them. So when you're wearing the mitts, you just want to barely feed them in the same manner. So it looks like this. I'm coming in. So the things you need to stress here are the way he's standing, his posture, and if he's straightening out his elbow when he throws a punch. And the reason you want to straighten out your elbow is because you'll never knock anybody out, no matter how strong you think you are. If you come up to somebody and you have your arm bent and you just follow through, I mean, yes, you're going to hurt the guy, but not a good chance that you're going to knock him out unless your arm snaps out. Snaps out and comes back, that's a knockout punch. So, as a mid guy, you have to focus on a whole lot more than just standing here with the mid. You stand there with the mid like that, he hits it, it goes back, and then he's going to have to be chasing you, and it's all bad training because he needs to follow your lead. So if I'm giving him a 1-2, so you're going to do left, right, jab, cross, yeah? So I need to be feeding it. And you'll notice as he's hitting harder, not that that's important in your training, what's important is my stance. So I need to get a forward-leaning stance to be able to take his punches. If I'm not, then of course if he has forward, then I'm bouncing way back here. So I need to watch my stance as I'm paying attention to his. So blindly, I know that I could feed 1-2 with a forward stance, and he's not going to throw me off. And I can look at his feet. I want to look at his feet because when he does his jab, some people will have a stationary foot in jab. Some people, when they do this a lot, they'll get a little forward lean or a very small step, and they'll get the jab in. And what you're looking for is that they're going up on their toes. Bang. It doesn't have to be too exaggerated. I mean, they could even be flat, but they want a forward lean. Knees are bent, bang. When this one comes over, you want to see him go on these toes no matter what. And if he's not, you need to remind him. So if he comes here, you might not catch it because of the way you're holding mitts and stuff. But you come here, you want to see when he comes this way, this turnover. Easy terminology that a lot of people say is turning off cigarettes. So when somebody is holding for me, just hold up that hand. So if he was holding for me, you want to see this turn off the cigarette and that turn off the cigarette. And you want to see the hands come back. So he's here, if he's more into his Hapkido stance, if he's into his boxing stance, for these drills, you want them to bring him back a little bit more. So if he's here, you want to see that happen, you want to see this happen, and you want to see him come back. And as they get faster, you'll see that as this one is coming back, this loaded hand has that much more force. So when he goes, you watch his feet. See those toes there turning back here, which is good. As you're going, you're watching him. Is he covering his ear? Bang! I can hit him in his ear. So you want him to be covering his ear. And you want to see if he's straightening his arms. If he's straightening his arms, he's covering his ears, he's turning his toes. That's a good way to start your drills.